Hello, hello. God bless you and welcome to another podcast, A Simplistic Word with Elder Dwight Kenneth Kirk. Welcome, welcome. It is good to be able to discuss some topics with you on today, everyone. We're going to go with our main first. Our main will be the church building needs to get out of the way and allow God to move. The church building needs to move out of the way so it will allow God to move. Now, I know when I just said that, you said, you can't stop God. Come on now, we've been sitting in church for many years. And if a doubt will stop God from moving in our lives, okay? Now, here we go. What I mean when I say that is this. We're going to go through a few, topics right now that I know that a lot of people that are newly coming to God, the problem they come across is you give them a King James version, but no commentary with it. So what happens, they are confused. What happens, the walk gets messed up. See, but the whole thing of it is, well, come to Bible study, and we'll help you. You only do Bible study about once a week. And some people don't even do Sunday school anymore, so that's not going to help. I ask now that a lot of these churches begin to stop just giving King James versions and start giving Bibles where they're understanding. Now, I know how a lot of you are. Certain words have changed, so if words have changed and you can't do that, then it's getting away from like I said, give them an amplified. And do a King James with commentary. That way, when they see something they do not understand, they look at the bottom and then they get a better understanding. And then whoever has been assigned to them will be able to help them better understand. See, there's a lot of tradition that is set up in the church to make you depend on, depend on man for you to get to where you need to be. Now, I know, Elder Kirk is, like I said, I grew up in the church, been a deacon, elder. Minister, deacon, minister, now elder, and I understand. I've been to enough meetings to get an understanding of it's really. This is how it works. You have a job to do, so you need to be there to help the people to understand. Now, I've seen a few ministries where they hold you accountable for that. I think they call it cell groups. Now, this is mainly big ministries, not small ministries. And those cell groups, so it's like a small church within that church. But there's one of the associate pastors. They are responsible for this group of people, whatever their needs are, whatever they, a death in the family, whatever the case, food, housing, whatever the case. That's like their miniature church. I need y'all to understand that a lot of times, those are the things that are set into place that stifle the move of God. Bold statement, right? Those are the things that are in place that stifle the move of God. I said this years ago, and that's why I am truly thankful for the Spreaker. I said, God, there has to be another way. Because the way man is saying it, if I don't go to church, I go to hell. And that's not what's in your word. Man is saying that without me, you can't make it. You don't understand who God is without me. But then comes contradiction. God is different for all of us. We all see God differently. The same thing God does for me will not be the same thing that he does for someone else. Or in the same fashion, if you can understand what I'm saying. This has been an all-day situation for Elder Kirk. So I'm going to do the best that I can to make it plain for you. No music today. No music. It's just been Elder Kirk on the forklift. I need y'all to understand that this tradition of the church building is not where God is. Can you understand? It's not where, and this could be just Elder Kirk. This could be where Elder Kirk is, because I told you my ministry is not in the building. I learned that by doing outside ministry a few times, and that's where Elder Kirk belongs. I need you to understand that the church buildings, that's not the only way for you to get God. Elder Kirk, I need scriptures. You just cannot keep talking to me like that. You know what? Go to there's some pastors that will give you from Genesis to Revelations, okay? But that's not Elder Kirk. If you go through the annals of time, and there's always a situation where with some people, some people are happy, some people are upset. Some people were done wrong. Some people are treated like royalty. Some people the church is meant for. Some people the church is not meant for. I learned that the hard way with my wife. I was just like, baby, this might not be your thing. I'm like, this right here is rough. I said, you might not. It was like a forcing. She was forcing, and I'm like, you're not happy here. This isn't what you want to do. And try for many, many, many years. Many years. Prophet, most definitely. Couldn't deny. You'll know when she come in your presence. The way things are going now, everybody, and with this consciousness and with everybody's disputing Jesus now, because you know with Jesus you're talking about Horus. There are about 4 to 5 stories that are in existence, has been for a very long time, that are similar to the story of Jesus. Now, like you said, since Elder Kirk is a black man, it's the Horus, which is from the Kemet, which is Egyptian. This is what Elder Kirk is talking about when I said that when the pastors go to seminary, they learn these things, but they choose a curriculum that keeps you closed off to a lot of the teachings. There's more, everyone. There's more. I'm pretty sure everyone that listens to me knows about the 14 books that were taken from the Bible, which tells even more. And it's not that they were found books or they're lies. They were taken from. So there's still some stuff that we don't know. You understand that some people know now because we do have access to the 14 books. So what I suggest for everyone, which Elder Kirk is going to begin to do, is I'm downloading the 14 books. And I'm going to begin to study the 14 books so I can get a better understanding. Now, like Elder Kirk said, I didn't say that these were the found books or they were in the ground or you know how some books, things are still coming up and stuff like that. These were taken from 1611, the original translation of the Bible. They took 14 books from it. So that's what I mean when I say that the church needs to. Oh my goodness, that's what the problem is, everyone. The church is not teaching you everything. The church seems to just teach you the basics. And when I say the basics, what I mean is that there's more. Like, I was the member of a ministry that had a college. Now, we had Bible study. And then for the college students, that's when they got to the hard stuff. And you know what I mean? When I say the hard stuff, I'm talking, stuff that because it was the Bible college. So with the Bible college, they learn, deeper stuff. Now, my thing is this: that should be taught. It should just be taught. It should be broken down and made to where everybody understands it. Because the thing is now, we are so conscious. Come on, we learning a whole lot more now. Now, in this time when we learning of lies and the government just gonna do what they want to do and tell you to shut up, they do something to distract your attention or anything else to that nature. There's no reason why the same thing that the pastor learned that you shouldn't be learning. But like Elder Kirk has said many times, they don't want you to be smarter than them. That's the church program for some reason. The pastor sits up high on that pulpit, and that means that he's over you. And what I mean that he or she, is over you. It's just like, you don't know more than me. We talked about this before. What kind of idiocracy is you don't let your people give more than the pastor does? That has nothing to do with scripture. Nothing. Your members may know more than you, but you can't. Don't let that be known. That they could take your church. Come on. I'm talking about the simplest, dumb, stupid things like that. Like we were talking about before with the table. Don't touch that table. Oh Lord. Oh, I'm a faint. Oh my God. Did you please tell me that you did not just touch the "This is remembrance of me" table? Oh my God, I'm starting to sweat. God, I'm glad God didn't get the switch. I'm gonna beat your tail. See, come on now. It's just a table. It's these little itty bitty traditions that are so majorly big to these church buildings and the people inside of these church buildings that God just don't have nothing to do with it. Now, I know what you're saying, Elder Kirk, you can't say that because... Now, how many times in the Old Testament and in the New Testament, well, let's go mainly with the Old Testament, are we talking about what we say? There's an Achan in the camp. Because of Achan, a lot of people went down, right? Come on now. If there are things that we are doing out of order, and we are a group, the group's going to pay for it. Now, I know you may say, well, Elder Kirk, I understand this, everybody. If I'm Methodist or I'm Baptist, I'm Catholic or any other denomination. Now, with whatever that denomination is, that's what I believe. Okay? Now, non-denominational, I think, might have a little more leeway. If I'm denominational, let me go for Methodist. I'm Methodist, then there's certain things that I believe and I don't believe. Now, if anything that is set in the Methodist setup that it does not line up with the word, but that's what I believe, then what do you think God's going to say with that? And I spend all my life as a Methodist. You think he going to let me get away with that thing that's pretty much important, that has to do with my faith and my belief system, but because I'm Methodist, I don't believe in that. That's what Elder Kirk was talking about when I said, how can you say there's no more revelation? How can you say that there's no more apostles? How can you say that whatever happened back then don't happen anymore? Oh, you see, people are still being healed. But you won't understand that it's by the word of the true people that are called by God, not those people that's coming and smacking you in your head and trying to push you over instead of just, let me give you the word and just keep moving. Come on now. The traditions in the church